Okay, so here's the teaser for all the sub-ideologies I said I was going to do over here. And by the way, too, I haven't solved depending on when this comes out. I am doing that bottom up picture just so that I got quite a bit of backlog of it. It's going to take a while. Don't know when it's going to be coming out, but it is in the works. Yeah, don't worry. Should be in the works by the time this comes out. If not, then it definitely will be in the works by the time I'm recording this. So I have no fears right now. Yeah. As I said before, here's the list of all the sub-ideology stuff I said I was going to do over here. We already got the acceleration stuff right over here, but we got some of this stuff over here. Yeah, I was thinking of lumping this together with another teaser, some other teaser, but I figured I might as well just make this like its own little thing over here. So yeah, we've already done the little thing over here. And by the way, give you guys your own opinions on your little thoughts and opinions on these ideologies. Besides the one, besides these ones over here, because there's another separate video for that. But yeah, and we're going to be talking to the other stuff, which is pretty much everything else. Yeah. So, interesting fact of the note here is that while accelerationism only has 6, all of them have 4. The rest of them have 4. That being, so I guess it makes a bit of sense over here because it's a very experimental, unorthodox ideology. Or I say unorthodox, but it's kind of weird calling something that's unorthodox orthodox. Anyway, yeah, it is what it is over here. But anyway, let's get into the actual interesting stuff over here. So yeah, we got reactionary populism, which is just based red flood not reaction pop, react pop. I think I'm showing it. I was like showing it so I don't say the full word every time. Yeah, so it's just the standard reactionary pop. And by the way, all these icons are very well done, very nice looking. I really do like all this stuff over here. And then we got religious fundamentalism. I think it's just no, I think something else. I think of another mod that has religious fundamentalism as a sub-ideology. But yeah, we got religious fundamentalism over here, and it's basically as described as religious fundamentalism. There's no like descriptions for these over here, just for like a broad overview of all the ideologies over here. But I figured I might as well talk about it because I did say I was going to do it in the futurism sub-ideology teaser video. Well, in the pinned comment, I did say I was going to do that. Yeah. Before we get to this one over here, we'll do reactionary esotericism. That's already is in the red flood mod. It's basically like very like would it be neo-pagan? Just like pagan beliefs, like pagan beliefs that are very hardline conservative in a sense. Like there's some pretty strange shit out there. Very strange shit. God damn it. Yeah, some very hardline that's why I'm gleaming from all this. Just some hardline religious stuff that's very out there. And then we got ethno-vitalism. Fun fact about this. This is its new icon over here. Yeah. I'll say that. I kind of prefer this one over here to this one over here. Because that was just, it was the Nazi propaganda. It's from a Nazi propaganda thing. Poster. I can't remember the fucking name of it. Remember this because I did like it for like a history class thing. I did Nazi propaganda, like the effects and all that, for a history class. Like talk about how it was used and all that shit. But yeah, that's how I recognize that one. I kind of prefer this one because this one is just like very blatant. Well, not Nazi like ideology. Nazism isn't a thing in the Red Flood timeline, but there are some that are like really close to it, but not quite. Like in base game before it's gonna get removed, Alfred Rosenberg in the United Baltic Duchies. He's like he can form like the Greater Germanic Reich and the Reichskanzler and all that. He's like the only one that and he also enacts some similar policies, but he's like the only one that I know of in Red Flood that's like the closest ever to Nazism. And that's the violence kind of like that over here. I kind of prefer this one because it's like it's a more like this one just blunt as to what it is. Over here, it's kind of like, you know, like the idea, but not really. As in, I'm trying to remember what I said. I wrote something down about this over here. It's kind of like, you know, I don't know where the fuck I put it, but I wrote something down for this. Anyway, it'll come back to me eventually. But it's like not as in your face about it, with the whole like Nazism like thing. Also, I don't know if it's gonna be exactly like it because, you know, as it's not really a thing. But there are definitely, you know, some policies like that. Anyway, and over here we got paternalism, basically like you know, authoritarian democracy over here, which is anarchy. And Kaiserism, military dictatorship, paternal monarchism. It's basically paternalism, like right-wing authoritarianism. Just like, you know, it's not like, you know, like hard far right. It's just more like we lean quite a bit right, but we don't really do some weird shit. Like some of the weird shit we got going on over here. Yeah, like paternal monarchism. Oh yeah, is monarchy still be a thing? I don't know which countries would be paternal monarchy in this future. I haven't seen the full map because it's still in the full map this yet. So I'm trying to remember. Like definitely playing military dictatorships. There are a few anarchies. And Kaiser. I do know that in America the Salvation Authority is Kaiser. And I think there was there was another nation as Kaiserist. I can't fucking remember the name. There was another nation that was Kaiserist. It's basically Kaiserism, Caesarism. It's like Kaiserism. I played too much in Vegas. I'm sorry, guys. That was the game. Also, I played 3Ds. I played 4 quite a bit. I played 3Ds. Kind of want to give 3 a shot again at some point. Yeah, but yeah, Kaiserism is here, and it's basically like, you know, Augustus, like in the ruling, with dictatorships and all, like military thing. Anarchy is basically like a facade democracy, like democratic but not too democratic. Then they got, you know, paternal monarchism, talking about the people, right? Then we got conservatism. Here's another thing over here between these two. These are actually switched over here. This is supposed to be social conservatism, or that's supposed to be religious democracy, so keep this in mind. That's social conservative, that's religious democracy. There's like a bit of an error over here. Sorry about that. Yeah. We got national conservatism. Basically like conservatism for our people. And we got social conservative, which is like progressive conservatism. Or like liberal, like liberal conservatism over here. Yeah, this is more like a progressive conservatism. This one, conservatism, but without, like, you know, being fundamental or esoteric. So they're like religious, but we're not too religious. You know? So it's all about moderation. Everything in moderation, as I say, or as many people say. They got liberal conservatism, which is like conservatism, but we like liberalism as well. We don't mind the libs. That's basically what liberal conservatism kind of is. If I remember correctly, I don't know. I could be fucking wrong about all this. If I am wrong about any of these, correct me in the comments below, because I know damn well that I'm gonna get some of these mixed up with something else. Because the world is full of strange shit, so I can't remember every fucking thing. Anyway, for the liberal side, we got national lib and social lib. Basically, it's whether you're more focused about like the nation or the people. And they got classical lib, which is, I'm trying to remember specifically what it was. I think classical liberalism is like, you know, old school liberalism. I can't remember the specifics of it. God damn it. Anyway, yeah, but libertarian capitalism is basically Ian Rand. Well, not Ian Rand, but basically. It's not in cap, really. It's like, well, it's like a mixture. It's not in cap, but it's not like fucking objectivist. It's like military and capitalism, kind of like a mix. Anyway, progressivism, got the long dong over here with left wing progressivism. Very nice. I like my long dongs. Then we got left wing populism. Sorry. Then we got progressive democracy. About the equality and all this shit. Very nice. Then you got liberal socialism, which is like, you know, liberalism, but with a tint of red. And then you got social patriotism, a very interesting one. Basically, I think the colors got changed over here. If I remember, I don't remember if that did get changed over here, but I think it was. Well, not the image itself. I think the colors were changed a bit. I don't remember what more, but it's like nothing really too big over here. Nothing like a this or a this. Just like, you know, color change. I can't remember where the fuck I saw it. Yeah, basically, like, we care about both the nation and the people. Social patriotism. Now on to the leftists with the Rev sock. Democratic socialism. Everyone wondering, that doesn't really sound revolutionary. Well, kind of. Well, in the context of the mods, kind of is, because it's about like reining the capitalism thing into basically making capitalism work for the people rather than for the elites. It was kind of revolution in that sense. Then you got neo-Spartacism, because Spartacism started in Germany and they died very violently. And I think it was like a 5 to 6 year period. I'm trying to remember exactly. They released like a timeline of events on how JD came, the whole little backstory to this mod. Can't remember the specifics, but anyway. Spartacism, basically, for those that want to, basically Spartacism ideals from the 19th Spartacus Revolution, which succeeded in this timeline, but then died violently sometime later during the Second Great War. Then they can make a comeback, which is interesting. Then we got folk socialism, which is basically agrarian socialism. Which should be like, we're taking care of the farmers and the rural communities and all that. Incentivize the farmers, basically. Not about them. Then we got syndicalism, kind of like Kaiserreich syndicalism. The syndicates, the unions, and all that shit. Then we got vanguard socialism, Leninism over here, which is trying to remember the specifics of Lenin. It's basically like revolution. Basically like, you know, revolution society transitioning to state from capitalism to communism. I think. Of course, on this timeline, the Bolshevik Revolution failed, so I guess it would be like something. It would be like something similar. Transitioning from, I guess, a transition from capitalism will still happen. Although I don't know from what. So maybe the socialism. We got state socialism, which is, if I remember correctly, it's fucking basically I can't remember. What was state socialism? It's not before. I don't know, national collectivism. It's basically like it's basically fucking, I wouldn't want to say starting this. I would say it's like Nasbo like, but it's not exactly. That's if I remember what national collectivism is. State socialism is kind of like a socialism, but with a handful of quite a bit of authoritarianism. I don't. Fuck, it says my mind. I can't remember all of this shit. I probably should find out where I fucking read some of these things. Yeah, maybe another time. Maybe another time. When some more of this is fleshed out, I can go back over here. Cause I feel like even with the stuff that I've had, wouldn't really add much to it. We got social republicanism. It's based, if I remember specifically, it's basically about uniting. It's patriotic socialists. Really, it's uniting all the people, like all of like a group of people into one nation, and then giving them socialism. I think that's what social republicanism is. It's all about like uniting the people under like one banner, and then given back to the people via the power of socialism, if I remember correctly. There was like a... I remember the Red Flood devs linked an article about social populism. So I can't remember. If I do remember, I'll post it in the description. If I remember. If I remember what it is. I think there was something about this that over here is interesting to read, but I can't remember the specifics of it. I did a bit of a light reading of it, so I can't remember that. Anyway, last but not least, we have anarchism. Social anarchism is basically, you know, like anarcho-communism, but anarcho-socialism is here. Individualist anarchism is fucking was not activism. It's basically like, I think this is more like ANCAP, but with a bit more socialism in it. Yeah, like I did. Then statelessness, that's this true anarchism, just nothing. And then you have national anarchism. Now I've heard two different things about this ideology, and I don't know if either of them are true. So if anybody sees this, if anybody does see this, can you clarify this in the comments? Because I don't know which of the two is true. One thing that I've heard about national anarchism is basically really racist anarchism. It's basically, it's like, you know, we have the principles of anarchism, but we're extreme racist. We take groups of people and we put them in like their own little zones, and we divide them up. And we set like own little tribes and shit. And then I also heard that it's basically anarchism, but guided by the hand of the state, which is fucking weird. And anarchism without the anarchy I don't know how the fuck that works, but that's what I need to clarify, because I don't know which one is, I know which of these interpretations which. But yeah, pretty much all the sub ideologies for all the ideologies over here in general. I know, like Mercy and Lemonade the thing here, but I figured I might as well do the video on it so that way you guys can comment on the video rather than looking all the way back through the community page. Community tab thing. I don't know if I can find a little thing over here about some of this. Probably post a link in the description. But yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's probably not this little teaser video. It's probably not gonna be too much of anything really. Cause no like description a little, but I did say I was gonna do this for and for the fuck, what was it? The video for the futurism, yeah. Step in my mind for a second. Yeah, this is so here it is. So yeah, so I'm not gonna get too much of depth over here. What do you guys thoughts about some of these ideologies? Which one you find the most interesting out of all of them? Besides that, the acceleration, this one, because there's already a dedicated video for that. So leave your comments for this one, now the video, which I probably will post in the description. Yeah, what are your thoughts on some of these other ones besides this? Anything in particular parent fancy and your thoughts about any of these? Besides that, I'll see you guys in the next video. You know, little teaser video, who knows? Till then, I'll see you later. Alright.